My name is Chris Coakley. I'm the student pastor at Glenview Alliance Church in Glen Rock, Pennsylvania. I've had the unbelievable privilege of being the point person for the Eastern Pennsylvania District of the Christian Missionary Alliance Junior High Retreat for this year. This year we have chosen as our theme, Who Cares? Now you may have heard that in your home because you are raising a teenager. But our theme really is going to bring home the three major points. Who cares for your student's heart? Who cares for your student's friend's heart? And who cares for the world? In other words, who cares for God's heart? To really bring home the teaching on who cares for God's heart, we've decided to bring in the project experience. It's the same project experience that was at Life 2010. You may have heard about the project experience through a senior high student in your church. Maybe you are a parent of a senior high student. But if you have not heard of the project experience at all, we wanted to give you just a brief overview of what it is about. The project experience is a walkthrough experience that was created by the Christian Missionary Alliance, and it's intended to give your student a seeing and doing hands-on experience to what people have to go through around the world. For example, there is the water room. And the water room consists of 5-gallon jugs that are full with water. And when they're full with water, they weigh roughly just under 40 pounds. Your student will then have the opportunity to carry that jug 500 feet. And then they will watch a video which explains there are kids, 10 years old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old kids, that have to carry those jugs empty 3 to 5 miles, pump water out of a well, which sometimes isn't the cleanest water, and then walk back to their village with a 5-gallon jug that weighs 40 pounds, 3 to 5 miles. We believe this is going to be just an unbelievable complimenting thing to our weekend. But the main reason we are communicating to you today is to describe to you a feature of the project experience that we feel is very vital to its impact, but may not be something that you, as your child's parent, feel is appropriate for your child at this time. The section in question begins by describing how evil people prey on those caught in poverty, hunger, and sickness by offering them a job in neighboring countries, but they will pay for them enough money to care for their whole family back home. However, after helping the victims with their passports and visas, getting them across to the border, the victims' papers are confiscated by the same person that said they would help them, and they are forced into slavery, most commonly as sex slaves. The experience mentions some statistics, such as one girl enters the sex trade every 2 seconds, and how much is spent on pornography in America. The things discussed are relatively graphic, and we understand that some students may not yet be at the age where you want them exposed to those. But to be totally honest, I don't think I was even prepared to hear these realities. But I thank God that He's opened my eyes to these things, because He has called me, and through the experience, He has called Chris Coakley to help take care of some of these things in the world, because God's heart beats for the injustices that are happening around the world. However, the youth pastors of the district have discussed the use of the project experience at your junior high retreat at length. We've asked questions like, is it age appropriate? Will it be understood by the students? And will it impact their lives? Could we change it? Should we even change it? And if so, how? How would the experience be without this section? So we sought advice from the Christian Missionary Alliance, the people who run the project experience, and they said that it is a vital part. And their advice to us was what we decided in the end. And what we've decided is that the experience is extremely well done. And that the section in question, although fairly graphic, is very impactful. And to change it or to do away with it could significantly decrease the impact of the whole experience. We also decided that we needed to make you, the parents, aware of what was going to happen and to provide you with the details necessary to fulfill your responsibility as a parent. We do not want this, the potentially difficult part of the project experience, to deter you from allowing your son or daughter to participate in the project experience at the junior high retreat. We are doing everything in our power, such as preparing this video, developing small group questions to equip the churches and leaders going along on the trip to be prepared for questions and how to handle it in the best way after your student walks through the project experience, to be able to have a small group session afterwards and to be able to discuss and talk through that. But if you are sitting on the fence, letting your student participate or not, we would encourage you to seek out your youth pastor or your youth point person and express your concerns and ask questions. Our prayer is that God will lead you to allow your student to participate, but we do understand that He may be asking you not to allow your student to go through it at this time. And you need to know that is your job as a parent to decide this, not the youth pastors, not the other youth guys in the district. Our job was to give you the information, and now it is your job, we believe, to make this decision. We would be delighted that if every student would go through it, because we believe this is something that is happening around the world that we need to be enlightened to. Because there are injustices that Jesus Christ is calling us to take care of. But if they were like me, not even 9 months ago, I had no clue. So our desire is that every student will walk through it. But we understand and agree wholeheartedly, if you, the parent, who by God has been charged to raise that student, do not want your student to walk through it at this time. We understand that. That's why this video has been put together, and we will stand behind you in your decision. It is an honor and it is a privilege to be able to serve your students. It is an honor and it is a privilege to be the point person of this retreat this year. If you have any questions, please refer them to your youth pastor or the youth point person. And if you still have questions, you can contact me, Chris Coakley, at Glenview Alliance Church, or you can contact the Eastern Pennsylvania District Office. Again, our desire is that every student would walk through this so we can be able to just debrief it together. But if you do not want your student at this point in their life to walk through it, that is your choice. And we, as the youth pastors of this district, did not want to make that decision for you. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you, and we are so looking forward to junior high retreat this year.